Look at these beautiful green sea turtles. Now, the journey to this point in life has not been an easy one, and this is their story. Now, imagine your first stages of life is being born out of an egg, and the first thing you're experienced to is being buried half a meter below the surface. You then spend days crawling to the surface, and then once you've reached the surface, you wait for all your other mates to join you. Once the temperature reaches a certain point, you then sprint down the beach, and next thing you know, the mate gets picked off by a seagull, then an egret takes your other mate. Then you finally make it to the water's edge, and just before you get there, a crab brings down another mate in front of you. And then once you've hit the water, bang! Old mate behind you gets taken by a shark. In front of you, a guy gets taken by a shark. Next thing you know, there's teeth that just fly past your face and narrowly misses you. And then next thing you know, there's a trevally coming at you. All of this within your first few stages of life. And then you finally make it to the Great Australian Current. And then you start riding around the world and the Pacific Ocean, checking out all the different sites and trying to survive to adulthood. While you have other big fish hammering at you. You have microplastics that you got to battle and differentiate the different sources of food. Then you got to battle boats and all the boat traffic that happens around the world. All of this just at the start of your life. The main turtles that here at Heron Island that we see nesting are green sea turtles. We do get a few loggerhead sea turtles nesting here as well, but the majority are definitely green turtles. And so when these turtles have laid their nests, it then is an incubation period of 48 to 70 days in that nest before they actually hatch. Once they've hatched, they have an important journey to crawl their way to the surface, which takes them about 3 to 4 days. And while they're doing that journey, their soft, super soft belly and their shell starts to harden up. And this is an important factor because if they came straight to the surface super quick and all ran, they'd be literally squishy little balls of nothing, and they haven't developed the strength or anything to actually start their journey in life. Now, once they reach the surface of the sand, they will then stick their heads out of the sand, and just wait. They're mostly sensing for everyone else in that nest to join them, and they're also waiting for the temperature to drop. Now, usually when the temperature drops, it means it's nighttime or just after sunset or early morning. Now, running down the beach is such an important part of their journey as it locks in their navigational system, so that way when they travel around the world, they know how to make their way back to Heron Island. And what's really incredible is just from that first day of running down the beach and getting into the water, the female turtles will know exactly where they were born, and when they reach maturity and start laying their own eggs of themselves, that is when they'll actually come back to this very same beach and lay their own nests themselves. This is why Heron Island is such an important aspect or such an important ecosystem on the Great Barrier Reef, because we have so many turtles here nesting, and the nesting success rate here is about 90+%, which is incredible considering other parts of the Great Barrier Reef have only a 2% success rate, which is so low and almost none survive. And especially when you have a survival rate for turtles of 1 in 1,000, even in some aspects it's 1 in 2,000, the chances of survival are so slim that they need all the help they can get right from the start to increase their odds of survival. And this is also where the human impact comes into effect. By not respecting the marine park rules in the area, we can really have a negative impact on these turtles. So it is super important to follow all directives, and if you haven't seen my previous videos on how to behave and how to be interactive with these marine life, then go check out my other videos which I have detailed explanations on all of those. Now, once the turtles reach the bottom of the beach and they hit the water's edge, they are usually following the light of the horizon because it is usually dusk late afternoon, or it is nighttime. So they are following the light on the horizon. So it is super important that anyone that's on the beach does not have a light on. This cannot be more emphasized. Do not have your light on the beach during the night, during hatching season, full stop. Just don't. There are rangers that patrol the area, there are volunteers, and there are us staff that move around, and we will tell you off if you have lights. The full moon plays a big impact on what light they follow as well, and it also makes it a lot easier for us to see turtles on the beach at night. So if you are looking to come to Heron Island in the next few months, make sure you do it during the full moon. You'll have the most light and you won't need a torch on the beach. So once these turtles then hit the water's edge, they are then swimming towards that horizon to try and get into that current and off the reef. And by getting into that current, they then get whisked away, and they're then trying to find something floating in the big ocean that they can take shelter from and also see as a source of food. And now this is where plastics come into play. With there being so much plastic in the ocean, the turtles can easily get tangled up in these different items of plastic. The microplastics will then grow algae, they'll then eat the microplastics, they obviously can't digest the plastic, and then that literally chokes them and makes them and basically kills them. So your impact at home plays a huge part in the success rate of these turtles. Get rid of all your plastics. Go to the shop with a reusable bag. Have the mesh bags or anything like that. At home, swap out your Tupperware for glass Tupperware. Way better choice. Or even bamboo, something like that. And then your utensils. Get away from the plastic utensils. They're bad for you anyway. So go to silicone, or even better, go to stainless steel. It'll last you a lifetime. It's not that expensive, and it's an easy, and it actually looks good if you don't mind. Like my kitchen's all stainless now and it looks awesome. Besides the point, look after these turtles, and the simple steps that you do at home will actually have the biggest impact on what happens to these turtles in their life. Now if you see this and you want to do more, that is excellent. It is what we want. Join a beach cleanup. I'll leave some links below on different sites you can get onto about recycling and how to be better at home. Follow those directives. They're a lot of them are quite simple. And so they also host different days where they go to different beaches in different areas all around Australia, globally, locally, everything. Wherever you need, there's always something going on. And the best thing is you don't need to wait for these events to happen to go down to the beach and just pick up a few bits of rubbish. There is the rule of 3, where every time you go to the beach, come back with 3 pieces of rubbish. Very simple. And that impact alone is huge, absolutely huge. And so that is the journey of a green sea turtle. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video, and this is 2025, a brand new year, an awesome year. Let's be better and let's have another fantastic year. And so if you did like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more of this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.